Gosh, James, I'm so excited. We're out here in front of Coach Sauer's gym here at Training Better Athletes. Coach invited us over to check it out, see what he does, talk to some of the kids, some of the parents. What do you think?
I think there's a lot of big guys inside, Vince, getting better. Let's go inside and check it out.
Let's do it.
Good afternoon. Welcome to a special edition of the JV Sports Show, Sunday afternoon edition. We're here at TBA, Training Better Athletes in North Scottsdale. Vince, we're going to talk to Coach Sauers here, talk to him all about this business, what he's been up to here, training these guys, not only offensive linemen, but defensive linemen as well. And we're going to talk to some players and parents as well.
Well, you pretty much summed it up. So that's the whole idea. We're going to get a little more background on Coach Sauers, how this whole deal started for him, because this guy's been coaching forever. He's been an offensive line coach, a defensive line coach. He is the O-line whisperer. He is the guru of working with linemen, both at the high school level, the junior college level, the university level, NC2A, NAIA, you name it. He's done it, and he packs it all of that knowledge, all that experience into this gym, and we're going to hear from parents. We're going to talk to some of the kids, the participants, and then we're going to have a look around and learn a little bit more about Ron Sauers. So stick around. We'll be right back.
James here to tell you about TBA, Training Better Athletes. Founded by renowned offensive line coach Ron Sauers, their philosophy is based upon training and building well-rounded athletes and young men. They are the go-to training program for talented offensive and defensive linemen seeking to excel in middle and high school programs and preparing to excel at the next level. Coach Sauers continues to prepare student athletes for their collegiate careers at schools such as Notre Dame, Arizona State, and Oregon State, just to name a few. Contact TBA today at 602-435-9064 or visit their website at trainingbetterAthletes.com. You can't cheat the grind.
Okay, so we're here with the man that started it all, Coach Ron Sauers here at Training Better Athletes. Coach Sauers, we've had a chance to chat with parents, with some of the kids. You've been doing this for an awful long time, but how long have you actually been doing this?
This is our 6th year as TBA. I've been doing this for kids off and on since I've coached for 30 years. So.
Why? Why did you start TBA? I mean, you were very comfortable as a position coach, coaching, high school kids, college kids for a very long time. What made you decide to take the leap and start this gym?
Well, it was really all the other kids who needed help, who asked for help. And I just thought about it, and you look at practice. So you have 15, 20 minutes for individual, and who gets all the reps? The kids who are starting, they get all the attention. And so I just said, these kids who aren't quite ready yet need work. So I just started TBA to get kids opportunities to get more reps, because O-line takes a lot of reps to be good at. And so it just kind of formed that way.
Coach, how important is it for you to get that individualized instructions to those kids? Like you said, not a whole lot of time at their normal football practice. And how specific can you get and how customized can you get with each one of these athletes for when you're kind of evaluating them, you see, okay, he's got these strengths, got these weaknesses. We're going to kind of tweak his little program to work to benefit him. How customizable is your program?
Well, it's very customizable. If they are reachers instead of strikers, their footwork's not right. So everything that we do is built to really be basic stuff that they can take into their program, because not every coach coaches the way I coach. But what I want to build is a really good foundation of technique, so no matter where they go and how that coach is teaching them, they have the right balance, the learning how to strike, how to move their body correctly. We customize it every week depending on which class I have, because I start with really 10 to 12-year-olds, and then we go all the way up to college kids. So every week each class is customized on run week, or pass week, and then it's inside zone, outside zone, you name it. Whether their strength is run blocking or pass blocking, we take each individual and I specifically align a drill each week for that person that they can get better.
Coach, so you talked about kids as young as 10, 12 years old. How big are the classes, and how do you have the classes separated within? Do you have certain skill levels within the age groups? How does that work?
Yeah, it's all skill level. Like I have a 12-year-old who's in my 230 class. He belongs in my 130 class, but he's 6'3.5", 250 pounds. So, and he can move. He's been with me a year now, and he can really move. So, it depends on their aptitude and their skill is how I'd separate them. And then as it gets older, it's your freshman kids, and then your JV kids, and then your varsity kids, and your college kids. And some of the kids are intermixed because their level is different than other kids. And it's really a lot of aptitude. Are they willing to come work their butts off? I think you guys saw today, we start and we work the whole entire time that we're here. And to me, it's about getting them better. But TBA is more than just football. It's about leadership. It's about character. It's about academics. The game of football is going to leave everybody one day. So I'm really trying to build men who are going to be great parents, great teachers, great husbands at some point in their life.
Can you do something with a couple of 40-something guys that
Well, if you got the aptitude, gentlemen, willing to work, let's go.
Coach, I still got a little kick slide there. I can still get it done if you need me to, honestly.
That's right. Hey,
How? Tell us a little bit about the schedule here at TBA for those that are maybe first hearing about this program. What, is it only on Sundays? Do you see that changing in the future? Obviously, maybe on dependent on demand.
No, it's really on demand. And right now, my Sunday classes, you can see, are way full. I've got to get some of these kids to come on Saturday. I have one 3:30 class right now on Saturday. I'm going to be starting a 4:30 class real soon. Mesa High O-line is going to start coming. I've got Notre Dame O-line at 5 o'clock, at 5:30. So as these classes fill up, I just got to push kids into Saturday, which I'm willing to do. I don't want to get more than 10 or 12. And a lot of times I'll have college kids come back, and I'll just let them mix in. And to me, it's about making a difference in these kids' life. It's about working hard, and it's about creating success in a multitude of ways.
I want to ask you one thing. When you're looking at a kid that is coming to you for the first time, what is a common trait that you see in skill, in a technique that is correctable?
Well, most of it all, they're either leaners or they don't bend correctly. They bend at the waist instead of at the knees, or they reach to punch. They don't know how to punch correctly, or just basic footwork, right? They don't know how to make a pass set, a kick slide, or they don't understand on your run blocks where your hand should be, or, the power comes from the ground, not just from a long punch. So it's really pretty basic, and we rep it over and over and over again until they really become proficient at every single different thing.
Coach, you mentioned you've been doing this for 6 years now. You've had some pretty outstanding athletes come through here. A number of them have moved on to big schools such as Notre Dame, USC. Talk about a couple of those success stories, if you would.
Well, this year, Tosh Baker, is going to Notre Dame. I had the privilege of training him, and he'll be back after basketball. And then you also have Stephen F. Austin is where Frank Thompson's going. You've got Cooper Darling going to Ohio State. We had a couple kids from Centennial go to ASU, but it's not even about the Power 5 schools, guys. This is really about these kids having an opportunity to get their school paid for, I don't care where. And that's what I tell them. I can train you, all right, if you have the want to, all right? I can teach you the how to. So, and not all of these kids are going to go to college on a full ride scholarship. Some will have to go D2 and D3 because they don't have the measurables, right? But they're here working, which is going to translate into becoming a great person later on in their lives. That's what's important to me.
Speaking of influences and coaches, you played for Frank Kush.
I did. Yes.
What was that like?
Wow. Frank Kush was one heck of a coach and a mean SOB. And, later on when I coached for Darryl Rogers at ASU, I learned to respect Frank a lot more. I didn't like him very much because he rode me like I owed him child support. And then later on, you figure out that he was riding you because he wanted you to be better and have opportunities. At the time, as a kid, you don't think that, right? And then when I coached for Darryl Rogers, who was a heck of a coach, but I just realized that Frank really loved every kid, loved them enough to discipline the heck out of them, to train them up in the way he knew how to be successful. Whether you liked it or not, he was going to ride you until you became successful. Where Darryl was a different coach, he was just next guy up, where Frank really cared about you. So I gained a lot of respect after coaching at that level and understanding what Frank was really all about.
Well, there you have it from the man himself, Coach Ron Sowers. Coach, this has been an incredible experience for James and I, just seeing all this, seeing everything you're doing out here. We've had a chance, as I said, to chat with some of the parents, some of the kids themselves. They all say the same thing. They love you to death and everything that you're doing here for them. And is there any message that you would like to put out there maybe to parents that are considering bringing their kids here?
Yeah, I'd love for you to get a hold of me either through my website and come try a session. Either you're trained or untrained. It's that simple.
Well, Coach Ron Sowers joining us here from Training Better Athletes. Visit his website at www.trainingbetterAthletes.com. The phone number's on the website there. Get a hold of them and get out here and get trained up. Thanks a lot much for joining us, Coach, and thanks for letting us come out here and take a look at your place today.
Gentlemen, thank you for what you do. We really appreciate it. Have a great day.
We are here with Caden and Boyd Miles, two attendees here, at least Caden is, of the TBA Academy up here in North Scottsdale. Guys, how long have you been coming here to TBA with Coach Ron Sowers?
I've been coming here for 4 years, right? 4 years. 4 years, yeah.
And Caden is a senior, is that correct? A junior at Centennial High School under Coach Richard Taylor. And Dad, what are your thoughts on the program here up at TBA?
When we started with TBA, it was probably the biggest blessing of our lives. He was a big kid. He didn't have a lot of technique. He had a big body and he didn't know how to move it. And since we've been coming to TBA, his technique has grown, his skill set's grown. In combination with Centennial coaches and Ron Sowers, he just got his first D1 offer, and that would not have happened without TBA.
That's got to make you feel pretty good as a dad.
It's an incredible feeling.
So if this name should be familiar for those of you that listen to the JV Sports Show on Saturday morning. So Caden was on our show and with Coach Sowers about a month ago, right? Caden, it's been about a month, and Coach Sowers said that this guy sitting next to me right here is probably his greatest success story as an athlete that has developed under him. And you can attribute, everything that you've done on the field in some way, somehow has connected back to things that Coach Sowers has taught you?
Absolutely. Everything down to the foot placement, everything is just down to Coach Sowers.
Where do you see yourself playing in college in terms of position-wise? Inside, outside, where do you see?
I play anywhere in the line, but probably outside is probably where I'm going to play.
And you still come here every week, once a week, like clockwork. Do you do a lot of things outside of this class that Coach has taught you as well?
Absolutely. Push-ups and sit-ups every day. Starting to do jump rope a little bit, get my feet faster, and just some speed work as well.
Dad, we've asked this question of some of the other parents as well, and being a dad myself of a couple of teenagers, sometimes when there are events going on, it's hard to, when I get home from work, I'm tired, to kind of put it back together and get back out again. How easy has it been working with Coach Sowers in terms of the scheduling of these classes?
Well, the Sunday classes are always the same time. Once you get into your spot, we've built our schedule around that. And then starting this Wednesday, we'll have Wednesday practice as well, which is closer to our house, so it's easier for me to schedule. But it's definitely a program that for us and our lifestyle, we build our extracurricular stuff around this. This is that important.
Caden, a question for you. How important do you think it is to get this really detailed instruction from Coach Sowers and some of the other coaches here at TBA and get that one-on-one attention when, let's face it, during football practice, during offensive line, individual drills, you might get 6, 8, maybe 10 minutes of individualized instruction during a 2 to 3 hour practice. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right, and it's absolutely important to get that individual attention, and it's really helped me along every day.
What specific areas of your playing do you feel like it's really helped the most?
Definitely the technique. As you said, when I first came here, I was just big and stumbly and tripping over my feet. But as Coach Sowers has helped me, it's become second nature to me, and it's just really helped me with my play.
Now, not everybody is a D1 lineman, okay? Like you and me, Caden. We're not. They all can't be D1 linemen. But would you say that other guys maybe that just need some extra help, some extra coaching, some extra footwork, even if their plan is not to play after high school or maybe play junior college football, would you say that this could be something that would benefit them as well?
Oh yes, absolutely. This has been the best experience that I've ever had.
How many of your teammates come here? Do you have teammates as well here?
Yeah, about 3 or 4 teammates come here, and every one of them has benefited from it.
Well, and it's also a nice blend of other guys as well, because there's guys from other schools here that you develop friendships with too, right?
Yeah.
Kind of swapping stories on different recruiting and learning tips and things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's absolutely another part of being here at TBA.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us, Boyd and Caden Miles, Centennial Coyotes.
James here to tell you about TBA, Training Better Athletes. Founded by renowned offensive line coach Ron Sowers, their philosophy is based upon training and building well-rounded athletes and young men. They are the go-to training program for talented offensive and defensive linemen seeking to excel in middle and high school programs and preparing to excel at the next level. Coach Sowers continues to prepare student athletes for their collegiate careers at schools such as Notre Dame, Arizona State, and Oregon State, just to name a few. Contact TBA today at 602-435-9064 or visit their website at trainingbetterAthletes.com. You can't cheat the grind.
Okay, guys, Vince and James here with a couple of success stories from Training Better Athletes. We have Chase Folkstad. Chase is no stranger to the JV Sports Show. You were on with us, a couple of months ago, I think. That's right. Probably during the season, right?
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so, and Mom Lisa.
Hi.
Okay, so how long have you been coming to Training Better Athletes?
I've been here for about a year now. So.
Okay, and you're you just you're going to be graduating this spring from Sandra Day O'Connor. You had a number of schools to choose from that were talking to you, and you chose.
I chose Valparaiso University. So.
And why?
It was just the perfect fit for me. It's a Lutheran school, so it fits me there. It was a great engineering program, and I don't know, everything just kind of seemed to fit. The coaches are great up there.
Okay, all right. So let's talk real quickly about your experience here. So how did you hear about Coach Sowers?
When I started working with Coach Pro, and he kind of told me I needed to get in some kind of training during the spring, and he referred me to here. He said, this is a great program, you need to get part of it. And ever since my first day here, it's just been great. So,
Mom, thanks for joining us here today. What were your initial impressions of TBA when you first started here with Chase?
Yeah, very well organized, incredible support system, and encourage not only high athleticism, but encourage great grades and being a good team player, and just all around amazing program.
What would you say as far as return on investment that you've gotten here since you got involved with TBA?
Oh, 100%. As soon as season started, I saw such a difference in him, the way he was using his hands and the things he picked up from Coach D. It was just unbelievable. So we couldn't wait to get him back here as soon as season was over.
And Chase, congratulations on the commitment to Valparaiso. That's pretty huge. D1 school there up in Indiana. What would you say when you first started coming to TBA, where would you rate your lineman skills on a scale of 1 to 10, and then how would you rate them now as you're getting ready to move on to the next level?
I thought I was pretty average, a little bit above average then, but honestly, ever since I started training here, coming up to this next season, I really outperformed this year. So I would say I was about just doing great. I'd say myself as a 9 out of 10 at the end of the season. I was doing really well. So
let's talk about some of the other intangibles, the mental aspect of it. What has that been like, and what are some things that you could take away up here from Coach Sowers?
Yes, not only will they just teach you how to be a great athlete here, they try to keep you as a well-rounded person. They'll be on top of you for your grades. If you're not getting good grades, they'll be on top of you. They'll be strict with you. So, when you're coming here to train, you're really coming here to get like an all-around better person. So.
Wow. So it's not just about the physical aspect of it. You're really working, you're grinding, and you're thinking too.
Exactly.
Congratulations. We're so proud of you, proud to know you. And, Mom, you got to be so excited for him. Now, you got those plane tickets booked periodically throughout the season?
Yes, we're going back the end of April for the spring game. Super excited, but it's not too bad. It's like $100 each way. So, we'll be checking out all the games.
And maybe a message that you could send to other parents that are considering training better athletes.
Yeah, I've actually recommended this place to everyone I care about, and I see a lot of potential in their kids. It's just hands down the best O-line, D-line training in Arizona, and all around, great guys.
Well, very good. Thank you, Folksteads, for joining us here, and congratulations again, Chase, on the D1 commitment to Valparaiso, and just another testament to the successes coming out of TBA here up in North Scottsdale.
Hey guys, here with Brian Kirkland. Now, Brian's son Jason is a freshman at Mountain Ridge High School in Glendale, and he's been coming here for how long, Brian?
A little over a year coming here to TBA.
Now he's been here, and what you're getting out of this, he's getting instruction on working on the defensive side of the ball. So how's it been, like, from where he started to where he is now? What was it like at the beginning for him?
Honestly, it's the one thing that we really have enjoyed the most out of this is the one-on-one experience I get with the coaches and the individual training. Because when they're in school, there's so many kids out there on the field, it's really hard to get lost in that. And you don't get the personalized attention you get here, and the coaches here are great because they're really fine-tuning those techniques. His confidence has just gone out the roof with it, so it's been good.
What would you say to parents who may be watching this that would say, hey, maybe it's not too early for me to start my kid in a program like this and coach them up and get them coached up the right way with the proper fundamentals, the proper technique that will really take you to the next level?
Honestly, that's a big part of it, right? If they're doing the wrong thing, they're training the wrong thing, they're going to learn the wrong things along the way. So coming here, getting it right out of the gates was one of our big reasons to come and join. We wanted to learn right out of the gates and learn right from the beginning. So it's been good for him. He's actually made huge strides in the last year just coming to this program and being very involved. And then obviously the coaching back at Mountain Ridge, they do a good job of continuing that during the week. But this fine-tuning has been awesome for him.
So 2 questions for you. So first of all, how did you hear about Coach Sowers? That's one.
We actually had another coach, Coach Perrone, gave us the lead to come out here and talk with these guys. And that was one of the best things for us because we were looking for D coaches. We didn't know where to start. And these guys had a good reputation, and we've been very happy.
And now the growth. Obviously, physically, he's starting to grow physically, but the mental aspect of it, what has that been like?
Again, getting the reps is huge, right? You don't learn by watching, you learn by doing. And so being out here with these guys, he's competing right now with the varsity guys. He's big for his age. He's a freshman, he's 6'3", but he doesn't get those opportunities if he's just watching. And so sitting out here on the field, working with these guys one-on-one has been really good.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. It looks like these boys are really getting after it, and looking forward maybe at the end of the class that we can talk to Jason as well for a couple minutes, if that's okay.
That was awesome.
Awesome. Great. All right. Okay, here with Jason Kirkley. We were just telling some jokes off camera about the height thing. So, yes. All right, I'll stand on my toes. Jason is a freshman at Glendale's Mountain Ridge High School. Jason, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
Awesome. And we had a chance to chat with your dad earlier, Brian, and he talked a little bit about, gave his thoughts about training better athletes and his experience here and everything else. I want to hear from you. So what's it been like for you? How long you been coming here, and what are your thoughts on it? How's it going?
Well, I've been coming here just about before my freshman year, and it's been a huge improvement from then to now. Like, I've become way better fundamentally.
So with that huge improvement in such a short time, what do you think it'll be like, let's say 2 to 3 years from now, if you keep coming here to TBA and keep working with Coach Sowers and the other great coaches here and just keep on improving those skills?
Well, I definitely, if coming here the next couple of years, I'd like to improve myself just so I can help my team succeed as well. And I'd want to start gaining weight and become faster and better fundamentally.
Favorite position?
Right now, defensive end, yeah.
Okay, so you play DN this year on your freshman team. Have you noticed, from the beginning of the season to where you are right now in terms of development? It hasn't been, maybe 4 or 5 months. What have you noticed the most between those times?
Well, between the start of the season to now, I've definitely gotten better with myself. I've learned a lot just about the little things to come here. With great coaches, they help you and they really gear their practices toward you, and they know your strengths and your weaknesses, and they'll work toward your weaknesses.
So what's one thing you think that you came in here knowing that you needed to work on that you've gotten better with?
Well, coming in here, I wasn't too great from starting in the stance to getting up and against the O-lineman, but I've definitely gotten better with my burst from my stance to getting up.
And how has it been for you, since TBA is typically known as an offensive lineman development camp, if you will, being a defensive lineman and going up against some of those really good offensive linemen? How do you think that's really improved your game as a D lineman?
Well, as a D lineman, I've gotten a ton of quality reps against very good offensive linemen, and it's good for off-season work to get me transitioning in toward the season. So it's a lot of quality reps that will help me later on.
Well, Jason Kirkland, thank you very much. Good luck. We're going to be following you in your career out at Mountain Ridge, and good luck to you.
Well, thank you, sir.
James here to tell you about TBA, Training Better Athletes. Founded by renowned offensive line coach Ron Sowers, their philosophy is based upon training and building well-rounded athletes and young men. They are the go-to training program for talented offensive and defensive linemen seeking to excel in middle and high school programs and preparing to excel at the next level. Coach Sowers continues to prepare student athletes for their collegiate careers at schools such as Notre Dame, Arizona State, and Oregon State, just to name a few. Contact TBA today at 602-435-9064 or visit their website at trainingbetterAthletes.com. You can't cheat the grind.
Hey guys, here Vince here at TBA with a couple of new participants that are working with Coach Sowers. We've got the Price family. We've got Cade Price and Chad Price. Gentlemen, how are you doing?
Very good. How are you today? Good.
All right. So, Cade, this was your first time here. Tell us a little bit about what, going in. How did you hear about TBA?
My friend Sam, he was my teammate, and he told me about him.
Okay, great. And then, Dad, any hesitation going in and working, brand new with Coach Sowers? I mean, did you do any checking? Like, what did you hear about him?
Oh yeah, we had heard about Coach Sowers and the program and stuff via Twitter and some other kids that had attended. So we actually make the drive up from Casa Grande, so it's quite a drive for us. Wow. Yeah, but looks like a great program, and we're in. Yeah.
Now, Cade is in 8th grade right now. Holy smokes, he's a big 8th grader. But in wanting to be an offensive lineman, obviously you play offensive line. Do you play any defensive line as well?
Yes, I do.
Okay, perfect. And so you're going to be attending Casa Grande High School next year, or where will he be going?
Basha.
Oh, I'm sorry. You'll be going to Basha, so you'll be making the drive up to Basha next year. Okay, in Chandler. Okay, so you're real excited about that?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and how often are you going to be working with Coach Sowers?
Once a week.
Okay, and then the classes. So you come here and you spend an hour here. Obviously, you wait around for your son because it's a long drive from Casa Grande. But you're here for an hour. What kind of things are you seeing? In this first class, like what did you see that really opened your eyes?
Just the attention to detail. They really work on their footwork and the small things that you can build upon to make them a better offensive lineman. And that's what we're here for. Is just to work on the technique and that sort of stuff.
So do you see this as being something that's part of your normal regimen through high school potentially?
Oh yeah. Absolutely, and just little things that he can take away during the week and actually work on, and to get to Sunday and then reaffirm all the work he's put in during the week. So,
Cade, what was the hardest thing you did today?
The 2, 3, and 4 steps I had to do.
Oh, okay. And Dad, how do you think he handled it with those other boys out there?
I think he did good. His first day, Coach took a little bit extra time to work on that technique, so he's only going to get better. So
awesome. Okay, so here with the Prices. Keep an eye on this kid. He's going to be at Basha next year and working with Coach Sowers. So good stuff. Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thanks, appreciate it.
James here to tell you about TBA, Training Better Athletes. Founded by renowned offensive line coach Ron Sowers, their philosophy is based upon training and building well-rounded athletes and young men. They are the go-to training program for talented offensive and defensive linemen seeking to excel in middle and high school programs and preparing to excel at the next level. Coach Sowers continues to prepare student athletes for their collegiate careers at schools such as Notre Dame, Arizona State, and Oregon State, just to name a few. Contact TBA today at 602-435-9064 or visit their website at trainingbetterAthletes.com. You can't cheat the grind.